Are you lying to yourself? Are you deceiving yourself and maybe not even realize it? See, here's the thing. I think most men are really good at lying, myself included. It's in our nature. It comes out right out of the gate in Genesis. Adam starts spouting out lies as soon as he's caught in a sin. So we need to stop lying to ourselves. This is the Word Podcast, episode 223. And let's talk about how we could deceive ourselves and potentially not even know it. So the passage we're going to go to is going to be chapter 1 of James, the 21st verse and the 22nd verse. Very important. Let's get into it. Therefore, lay aside all filthiness and overflow of wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls. But be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. So as you can see, we can deceive ourselves. And how do we deceive ourselves? By not receiving with meekness the implanted word and be doers of it. See, a lot of Christian men have gone through life, going to church, listening to the word, but never really let it be implanted into them and never being doers of it, walking it out. Now, before you start getting into, oh, well, that's a works-based kind of salvation. No, nobody's saying this is what saves you. You're working it out, but you're told not to deceive yourself by James in the first chapter, but to be doers of the word, not just hearers only. So we receive the implanted word, we hear it, but we receive it. It goes into our soil of our hearts and it produces fruit. Jesus taught that it produces fruit, some 30, 60, 100-fold. And you can judge a tree by the fruit it produces. So right here, James is telling us that a life that produces fruit has laid aside filthiness and overflow of wickedness. And you got to ask yourself, I have to ask myself, do I have a life that reflects a laying aside of filthiness and overflow of wickedness? Or am I still trapped in that, in my little secret sins? That on the surface, as I play the good Christian man, husband, or father, am I putting on a facade, a deceptive facade of somebody who's gotten rid of that filthiness and overflow of wickedness, but deep down, I hold to it like my cherished little ring, like Lord of the Rings, right? And you hold on to it. This is my little thing and nobody knows about it. Therefore, deceiving yourselves, you put on this facade. Here's the deal. Most men, you can kind of judge, are like hunters. And what does a hunter have to do? In order to get what a hunter wants, he has to put on camouflage. He has to pretend to be a bush and a tree and things of that nature so that his prey doesn't get scared away. That's generally kind of the nature of man since the fall, is this element of deception. We do it so well that we even deceive ourselves, that we can be hearers of God's word and not doers, that it really has not implanted into us and producing that fruit of righteousness, Christ's righteousness, born out of us, flowing out of us, out of a life of saved, that's being walking worthy of the call upon him. So once again, this isn't what saves you, your work, you're doing, but you're receiving of what Christ is giving us, and it will produce that fruit. All right, guys, as always, remember, you are a warrior designed for God's glory. And if you're interested in learning more about how to walk this out, we're getting really close, I know I keep saying it, to releasing the Man on Purpose Blueprint. So there's the blueprint and there's the coalition. The blueprint is a course to help you walk through 9 steps to becoming the impactful leader God designed you to be a doer of the word and not a hearer only, and stop deceiving ourselves. All right, guys, as always, stay in the fight. God be with you. We'll see you next time. Peace.